I'm Kendall Lou Schmidt, Athletic Edge sponsored athlete, personal trainer, and group fitness instructor. Things with fitness kind of just fell into place with me sort of by chance. I can't really remember ever waking up one day and saying, I want to work in the fitness industry. When I was younger, I never really was made to do sports. I kind of just decided one day when I was 12 that doing Tae Bo VHS tapes in my bedroom would be a lot of fun. So that was where it all started. When I went to high school, my girlfriend and I, on a whim, decided to join the water polo team, and that was when I first started weight training and off-season conditioning. I swam year-round, I played water polo. You devote, hours of your day to being with this team environment, and I became kind of conditioned to this group exercise feeling that I enjoyed doing. So when I finished high school sports, I kind of had this hole in my life, and doing the step mill or the treadmill wasn't filling it. So I started teaching spin class, and then I kind of went with it from there, learning to teach more and more classes. Now I do everything from yoga, Pilates, Zumba, total body toning, boot camp, Silver Sneakers, which is a chair-based class for elderly people. It gets me excited. Like, even on days I don't want to work out, I still know that as soon as I get there and I see my members, I'm going to be ready to rock, and I love it. Being that I do teach a lot of hours of group fitness, it does have an impact on my own training schedule. Sometimes based on maybe subbing for another instructor or teaching an early morning class, maybe I have to readjust my weight training schedule to skip that day or bump it back a day. But on the positive note, it's really helpful to help me get my cardio in a fun way. I usually try to mix up my training schedule really frequently. For one, because I have a short attention span, I get really bored. For two, I think it's just good for your body in general to constantly be doing different things. Generally, I'll do days specific to certain muscle groups, like a day for my back and my core, or a day for my leg and my shoulders. For me, if I'm going from one muscle group to another, I save a lot of time and it keeps the flow moving. I don't have to waste a lot of time sitting still and kind of watching the clock count down for my rest period to be over. Even though I've done lots of competitions, I'm a cheater pretty frequently. So I was actually really good and I was gonna stay on point, and my competition diet was, at no deliberate intention of my own, gluten-free. That being said, every time I ate outside of it, it became very obvious that that's what was making me sick. I was always told I had sensitive skin because I would have hives. I always thought I had IBS because you're either having, diarrhea or constipation. For a long time, I thought I was allergic to other things because I would get the sore throat or inflammation. And gluten's in so many things, it's hard to kind of pinpoint that's what it is. So going to the doctor and telling him that, we ran the tests and I came back positive for celiac disease, a condition where every time you ingest gluten, you get very sick. It actually affects the lining of your small intestine. It makes you deficient in several nutrients, and it can also make you more permeable to different infections. There's also studies out that show that gluten intolerance is a real condition. It's hard to diagnose, but there are many people that say, oh, gluten upsets me, and it's true, it does. If not eating gluten makes somebody feel better, more power to you. Being gluten-free is not gonna hurt anyone in any way, so if you like it, why not? Well, I have made a lot of really good recipes that are gluten-free. I'll be honest in saying that I've also had a lot of flops. Luckily, a lot of manufacturers now are coming out with all-purpose flour that is gluten-free, and it cooks just like normal run-of-the-mill wheat flour. So in that aspect, you could make pretty much anything you would with flour. I do a lot of recipes with protein powder because I try to keep my protein intake relatively high. When I'm eating things, I try to get protein in every meal and snack. So if I can use my protein powder to create something that I can actually bite and chew and eat, I get a lot more satisfaction out of it versus drinking a protein shake. It's like, where's my meal to go with my drink? For me, every morning I always take my supplement with my green tea and my green coffee bean extract. It's sugar-free and all natural flavors, so I drink it instead of coffee. Coffee, for some reason, the acidity kind of upsets my stomach if I want to go work out. I'm not the type of girl that says, I don't sweat, I sparkle. Like, I do not sparkle, I sweat. Getting rehydrated and replenishing my electrolytes is really important if I want to feel good after my workout and also be ready for maybe a workout later that day. So I always take an intra-workout. The one that I use now I'm a big fan of because it's a coconut water base, which hydrates you faster. And that's probably my go-tos. The people that know me really well, like the people that are members at my gym and my clients and my friends, they're always really surprised to see like my bikini model, like alter ego, because at the gym, I have no makeup on, my hair's always up, so they'll see a picture of me, maybe by chance, posed in a bikini on stage or in a photo shoot that's a little bit maybe sexy or whatever, and they're like, oh my God, and I'm like, I know, that's kind of like my alter ego. And same to be said, a lot of the people that see me on social media, when they meet me in real life, they're a little bit surprised that I'm sort of a tomboy, that I have no shame, I'm kind of a dork. So it's kind of like these two worlds.